Hey Aries, how are you? This is Mary Ellen. Welcome to Moonrise Cottage for your February 2021 tarot reading and channeled predictions. As everybody knows, if you're new, I just love to engage with the new folks, and for all the returning viewers, welcome back. I've been away for a while. I'm back at Moonrise Cottage, and very thrilled to be here. Long story, I'm going to have a live stream on Sunday at 2 o'clock. So if you want to catch up on my news, please join me for that. The link is in the community tab, and it should show up if you're subscribed. Just click the subscribe button, and you'll get the notification, I think. There are some new offerings on my website. I've decided to add a reading for prospective parents to speak with the soul that is incarnating through them or has recently arrived. So check that out. It's a really beautiful thing to do. I did it when I was pregnant with my daughter almost 30 years ago now. The new meditation class, 8-week session, is going to be starting soon, and I think you can see that instrument back there. We're using that instrument to create quantum vibration and to connect with the light codes that are streaming through to help us through this year. So please join us. I will put that also on the website. I'm just kind of getting back, and so there's a few things I haven't done yet. So if you want to be in either of those groups or you have any questions for me, click the link below, send me an email. All right, and I'll get back to you. So Aries, you have a very interesting month coming forward. There is some prophecy and some destiny being woven within your energy set point in order to prepare you to be able to take part in all the things that are going to be happening in 2021, including I'm getting some information about light codes and things like that, quantum energy, etc. So it's part of the reason that we are doing the meditation. So in terms of your oracle cards, look what came up. And what do you see how it's reflected in the reading? Look at that. Let the feminine lead the way. And then this notion of dolphin leaping out. How gorgeous. And then look, the spiral. You are going in really deep. I think we all are. We are at a new set point, and we've got a full moon coming on Sunday. The wolf moon. Or no, I got that wrong. It's the 28th. And it's a full moon in Leo, a fellow fire sign. So you're going deeper into the spiral of your energy to prepare you for the month of February, what's meant to come forward, and how your energy is going to be requested, my guides are saying, and utilized. So you're going deep into the spiral. My guides are talking about the tapestry of all beings, all that stuff that they always talk about. And this notion of let the feminine lead the way, where do you see what's in the cards? So it's very beautiful, this type of spiral, using feminine energy. So within the Aries set point, it's very easy to identify that as male energy, but it is the feminine complement to that fire energy that is going to be utilized to initiate your journey in February. And it's a journey of joy, leaping out, playfulness, having some fun. And I think really it's about enjoy your energy, Aries. Continue to distill it, go deeper into the spiral, and to utilize it in the way that the shimmering universe, according to my guides, would like to have your partnership. So here's what they want to speak with you about today. Do you see the sacred feminine? That's a Queen of Pentacles. Do you see how she's got people there sort of dancing in the sun with the radiant energy that you have? It's about joining your energy, learning how to understand that radiant energy that you carry, the light codes that are within you, and then how to use that to weave your destiny. And she's looking right into the reading. It's a little hard to tell because you can't see the cards, but look, beautiful Aries, look at that. That's you in the month of February. So this is what the guides want to talk about, the weaving of your destiny. This is the Ace of Wands, Aries energy, being sent out into the universe, into this. Okay, my guides are talking about the multiverse, okay? So we're talking about this plane of existence as it is reflected to us and woven together as our destiny, but active participation with your radiant energy in order to engage with, to send it out into the sphere that we're in, very intentionally, very consciously, in order to create with that radiant energy that which you can imagine, that which you feel passionate about, the things that you love, an immense amount of power. So you are going to actually be utilized by the universe to create your desires. And you're going to be doing it with your radiant energy through the spiral as things continue to turn. And there's the feminine aspect. That's the Empress. She is the person that shepherds souls across the divide in order to incarnate here. So, in terms of the progression of the reading, it's very intense what's going on. There's a massive amount of energy, and I think certainly it's reflected off of this full moon in Leo energy. It's going to be a really intense month. There are a lot of conjunctions, Uranus in the mix, ramping up the fire energy. So the links are below. Go look, please, because you need to know. Okay? So, in terms of letting the feminine lead the way, we have this very masculine type of energy. Moving the feminine energy forward. That's what's going on. So you'll feel it inside of yourself. Look at that. So this is your human walk, as my guides describe it. We have the Empress and then the High Priestess, who is the guardian of the gateway into the spiral. Do you see how activated she is? She is the guardian of truth and the guardian of the sacred gateway. There's a sacred mother behind her with the beautiful flow of life, represented by water, love energy. So you're going very deep into your energy in order to help the souls that are here take, my guide just said, do their task, take their journey in the month of February as we lean in through this full moon energy of culmination and illumination. And then we come to the very next couple days, we'll be in the energy of February in this way. So Aries, I'm an Aries rising, if you don't know, we don't usually get this kind of a message, do we? And so the fact that the spiral is here, telling us that we're going deeper and deeper and deeper in to our energy, to the radiant base out of which we unfurl in order to use the light codes that we stream, that we carry, and join it inside the spiral of all beings in a very sacred way in order to bring truth and abundance forward to create something. So very interesting. Here's the very next step. I think, Aries, we're going to be learning more about our energy, what it is to be a radiant energy carrier. Look at yourself. That's about getting a new teacher, basically being on a new path in order to become a wisdom holder and to learn what is needed to be learned. It's about coming to balance. It's a two. A sacred dialogue about knowledge, the Two of Pentacles. Destiny unfurling. Again, we see the notion of that. And we see a teacher arrive. This is a young man who had to come home to take up his lineage. So that's part of what's happening, beautiful Aries, in the fire sign element, because this movement into 2021 is being initiated by a full moon in Leo. While there are very many, I think it could be a really stressful month, a lot of hard squares and angles going on in astrology, including Uranus in the mix with Jupiter, awakening. And things like earth changes, volcanoes, earthquakes, disruption, awakening, things coming in a way that no one expected. So it's time for us to use the expansive nature and intensity of this fire energy at the full moon, to take the next journey, to become a wisdom holder and to take up your place as a wisdom holder inside this human tribe that we have. So the energy, my guides call it the bridge card, that connects you, your human desires, your human thoughts, your walk into the human spiral of destiny, is this. Look at that. Woman of knowledge. She's picking herbs and flowers for healing. And you see, she has a lot of light represented by the blonde hair. And we can see the light coming through, coming over the tops of the hills. What she's literally doing is picking these herbs and healing, I just call them necessities, from a gravestone. And they are growing up from literally from the bones of a magician and a sacred healer that is buried there. This is his sister. And she visits the grave to harvest that which comes through the radiant energy that still exists and causes flowers to grow up right through the stone. So those are the type of energies that my guides are talking about. So we have a very interesting display of both life and death here, and how it is that souls come and go from this realm and make their transition through the spiral. So this energy of abundance, feminine energy with abundance, throughout the entire cycle of a lifespan and reincarnation and things like that. That's tying you to your soul contract work this month. There you are, feminine energy. Very fertile. Look at that. Standing with the ancient ones out in the sacred realm. The foundation of knowledge. The Six of Pentacles. So I believe because we have this type of energy moving through the reading, actually it's like this, isn't it? You're going to go on a new journey. You're going to learn a lot more. I think some of your light codes are going to be revealed for you because they're going to be activated and utilized. And so you're going to have the assistance that you need. But understand that with the male part of your energy, this is what's happening. So this energy is being literally turned on, I believe, because of the light codes that are present, because of Uranus, because of Jupiter, because of all the things going on in the astrology. You are experiencing the next series of light code energy unfolding because the moment is now. And you will properly, my guides are saying properly, reach out to your guides, the ancient ones, the angels, the archangels, however you understand it, right? The ascended masters. And you're going to stand right with them in their energy in order to take up the energy and cause yourself to have a regestation moment, because this is the end of a cycle for you. So stand with the ancient ones, however you understand that, and understand that you are taking up the energy. When you ask for assistance, help me understand how to do this because I don't really know, but I'm willing to take the journey. That's what that's about, okay? So if you'll understand the way the energy is turning through the reading, it is the yin and yang of the male-female energy inside of you. It's beautiful. So when you come to this part of your human walk and you connect with the energy of the Empress, and also, although this is not specifically, in a sense, it's about death and rebirth and the energy that continues to come even after we are gone from this place. So there is something about your energy that is coming through from all of your past lifetimes, and you're standing on a soul level. This is the contract you made, to stand here with this radiant energy upon this earth and also be connected out into the universe with the ancient ones, the ascended masters, represented here by male energy, in order to fill you with the energy. Okay, my guys are saying things like evolution, to bring forward from your past lives what is meant to be utilized now and impregnated, in a sense, in order to bring new growth and rebirth and a regeneration. Because what's next to it is that. Look at that. More wands, that's the 10 of wands. It is a quest for skill. Do you see that you have the Pisces element right at your head? Universal consciousness. So you're going to be letting go of whatever the burdens you've been carrying on a soul level in order to reach estate. Look, this is how it is on the table. My kids, sometimes they say, do they understand? Are you saying it well enough? So you're going to be dropping the burdens of your past soul journey. Thank you, Spirit. That's what this is about. Because you're going into the next phase of the spiral of your particular soul existence. And you're going to go into the temple in order to have this moment of high fire sign energy, basically, radiant energy, light language energy. And it is going to cause you to finish a circuit. Okay, my guys are correcting me. It's a cycle on your soul trajectory, the spiral of your soul in its, okay, my guys are saying, in its totality. So when you do that, here's what happens. You're going to come into some kind of balance with, I love this, do you see the eagle in there? With this notion of eagle energy. And you're going to literally meld yourself with that type of intense vision. You are going to become the divining rod. You're going to have that experience. So, and typically in the that's the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, we see a woman sitting in front of a body of water, blindfolded. And she has two swords crossed this way. And a lot of readers will say, well, you're having trouble making a decision. I don't think so. I think it is about the notion of taking up energy and melding yourself, being the lightning rod, so to speak. And yes, decisions will come out of that experience, but you go into that place in order to be illuminated, using the swords as a lightning rod. So here it's depicted this way. You're going into this high place, quote unquote, in order to be melding yourself with the type of sacred vision that eagle represents. The way that eagles soar and use their energy to just float in the ethers. It's really phenomenal. And as you take this energy up and you literally join yourself with the radiant energy of the universe, and you become the lightning rod to take up the light codes that are coming through, here's the outcome. Look at that, Aries. Another quest for sacred knowledge. The Ten of Pentacles. My guides are talking about the epiphany of happiness. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is really about. It's displayed in the typical tarot on earthly terms. But here in this mystical deck, really what's on offer, the energies that are available to you, are to be able to connect in that way, to be the lightning rod, to connect with the radiant energy and the light codes that are coming forward because of the fact that we have Uranus and Jupiter and Saturn. I mean, it's intense. And it's intense for a reason, because these are the things that are meant to be experienced and coming forward for the month of February as we leap into 2021 after this full moon in Leo. There's a lot, my guides are saying, there's a lot that could be said, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to use the overarching, my guides are calling it principles. So the Akashic Records. That's where you're going to be standing. If you accept this energy, take the journey, and understand where you're going and why. And it does have traditional, my guys are saying, valuation. So yeah, some of you are really going to come into a massive amount of earthly happiness as well. And you're going to be creating whatever you desire. Passion. Rapid motion with a lot of forward motion. with the male energy initiated by the sacred Queen of Pentacles, weaving your destiny. So there's a lot going on the earth, sacred knowledge coming to you. That was the first card. And it stands on the table like this, just like that. Okay? So I think there's a beautiful journey coming forward. I believe it's going to be very impactful because my guides are talking about it this way. Okay? So be the lightning rod. Allow yourself to absorb the energy. Inform yourself with astrology about what the energy is going to be. Okay? So that when the month comes forward, you'll know. So, you see the sacred bowl? It's very interesting that there's a lot of this going on in the readings, and I recently transitioned because my bag for the runes broke. And so I've had this on my shelf for many, many years. I love it. Runes are in there. Let's pick something. Yeah, I like it. This is Isa. It's about standstill and about what happens when the ice begins to melt over your existence and your energy becomes released and you're able to flow into the energy that you are meant to take up. It is about an ending. It's about a new beginning. It is about, hang on one sec. It's about that, my guides are saying. So this energy that represents you, this is what your being is doing. This is about ice being frozen, dead, right? 10 of Wands, a cycle ending. And you sit in this way of suspended animation as you come through this month. You're going to feel it. And you may have some visions and some notions and some thoughts that come to you from your former existences here in this place. I think you're going to be able to feel the portal and you're going to be able to transition back and forth. You have everything you need within you. This is the Shaper of Growth, the Empress in this deck. My guys just said prescribes. Prescribing your destiny. You have arrived here with all the bounty that you need. It's inside of all of us. So focus on that radiant energy. Allow the full moon to bring a culmination to you in whatever way it is meant to happen. This is on your soul level. Because it's going to melt the ice. Thank you, Spirit. Okay? So I think that my guys want me to read it from the book. I'm going to do it very briefly because this rune doesn't come up very often. So it's about standstill. So although we're talking about the spiral and all this movement that we see in this reading, they want you to stand in the energy and just absorb it. Thank you, Spirit. Be the lightning rod. Okay? Stand in it. Inform yourself. So this is Isa. And the book talks about this type of a fruitful, fertile, thank you, Spirit, fertile standstill. Okay? Stand in your place. Understand what it is. And just allow the light codes to be activated. So in this way, the winter of spiritual life is upon you. And you may find yourself entangled in a situation to whose implications you are in effect blind. You may feel powerless to do anything except submit. Surrender yourself. You may have to sacrifice some long-cherished desire. But be patient. Because this is the period, thank you, Spirit. That's why they want me to read it. This is the period of gestation that precedes a rebirth. Positive accomplishment is on hold because you are in the winter of your sacred existence. There may be a freeze on useful activity, and all your plans may be in waiting. You may be experiencing an unaccustomed drain on your energy and wonder why. Because a chill wind is reaching over you, and the ice flows of your old, outmoded habits. I like this. So, trying to hold on can result in shallowness of feelings, a sense of being out of touch with your life. it is important to seek to discover what it is you are holding on to that perpetuates this condition and let it go. It's time to shed, release, cleanse, and doing so will allow you to wash away the old, and it will bring on the thaw. Isa often requires a sacrifice of the personal I, and at such a time you cannot hope to rely on help or friendly support. And yet there is no reason for anxiety, because to submit and be still will bring what you are experiencing. It is not necessarily the result of your actions or habits, but rather this condition arises from things about which you can do nothing. I mean, look at all the stuff we've just been through here in the United States, right? We can have an effect, but in a day-to-day way, we give over that ability to the people who are in leadership, and we use our energy to affect that. That's what they're talking about. This is the way of heaven and earth. What has been full must be empty, and what has increased must decrease. To surrender to this cycle, thank you, Spirit, is to display courage and wisdom. Just allow yourself to be there in a joyful way. And yet there's another phase to stand still. And just as winter is a time for going within, drawing Isa can announce a time of restoration and renewal at the deepest level. Thank you. In your solitude, do not stubbornly attempt to persist in working your will. Remain mindful that the seed of the new is present in the shell of the old, the seed of unrealized potential. It's beautiful. It is the seed of good. So trust your process and watch for signs of spring. So some very regenerative intention, my guides are saying, is at hand. Very regenerative. And, my guides are basically saying, just stand still, let the universe work its magic, feel your radiant energy, allow yourself to experience the thaw so that your light codes can come forward to the surface and you can begin to understand them and be literally a conduit for this sacred radiant energy that you carry. And when you do that through the month of February, you're going to know some very deep sacred knowledge. When you come out, I think you're going to go into the sacred bowl. You're going to mush around in there and find your light codes and find your Akashic records. You're going to know something about your past life and why you showed up here the way you did with this radiant energy. So Aries, thank you for all the work that you're doing. It's really critically important. I want to give everybody all of my encouragement. My guides are talking about following the light code. So I think we're going to be doing some special sessions about that. Going forward in 2021, there are going to be a lot of new and different types of offerings from Moonrise Cottage, because my work is intensifying and deepening, and I'm shifting and changing like all of you. And so my requirements, my guides are saying, calling them my requirements, are shifting and changing. So have a wonderful month. Let me know what's going on in your life and how you experience this. Click the links below, send me an email, and I'll put you on the list for notification. I will have all those things taken care of by the live stream on Sunday at 2 o'clock. So I'll probably be making some announcements about that then. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And God is willing, I'll be back next month. And before, my guides are saying before. So thanks, everybody. Enjoy this. This is where you're going. Thanks.